Hey everybody, welcome back. This is the Stir Fry Show, and it's 88.7 KIGC. Wow, KIGC the Kitchen. I can't talk today. Well, how are you guys doing over there? How are my co-hosts?
Doing pretty good.
Awesome. So we're gonna start up this show. I know we had a little bit of technical difficulties in the beginning, but hey, everything happens on the first day, right? So we are doing an anime show, and the first anime we're going to talk about is Attack on Titan, and we're going to do it in parts. So we're doing the first part, which is Fall of Shiganshina, and I'm sorry if I totally botched that, but we are going to talk about the first two episodes of Attack on Titan, and then we will follow kind of in the format that they already have set out for the show, which is kind of just in parts. To start out things, let's get an introduction from our co-hosts here. Across from me is Lydia Thury, and we'll hear a little bit from her. What do you got to say?
Hello. Do you want me to talk about myself?
Yes, talk about yourself.
I'm a student here at William Penn University. I'm studying communications with fine arts, and I really love Attack on Titan.
Awesome. Very good. How about you, Jeremy? Across from me is Jeremy Mooney.
I am a junior at Penn, and I am a sports and recreation, sports and administration major, and I love watching Attack on Titan with my girlfriend.
Awesome. These two are dating, by the way. Jeremy and Lydia are dating. And my name is Amanda DeVore. I am a William Penn alum. I work here at the MTC, and I get to do fun things like this every once in a while. So let's get started. Let's get started with our show. So basically we're going to give you a brief overview of what happened. So this will contain spoilers if you haven't seen Attack on Titan and you want to. Get out of here. Get out of the radio station. Change to another one.
The show.
Go watch the show, get off of here, and then listen later because we're recording it. And for somehow I'll put it on Facebook. I haven't figured it out yet, but I learn fast. So, so anyway, we're in the first couple episodes, and it's a lot of the backstory, and we get it very quickly. Humanity's remaining survivors have built themselves walls, and they're protecting themselves from the carnivorous giants that are called Titans. And we get to meet our heroes, Eren, Mikasa, and Armin, for the very first time, and we get to see what their lives are like in normal, everyday occurrences. And everything changes after that very quickly. A colossal Titan appears in a flash of lightning and kicks a hole in the wall, and all the Titans come in, and they start eating people, and it's a big, chaotic bunch of events. And in this chaotic bunch of events, Eren's mom gets trapped, and they can't save her, and she ends up getting eaten. Dun dun dun. And then that's the end of the first episode, and we're all left with a huge cliffhanger. So we watch the second one, and in the second one, we're seeing how people are dealing with this. A lot of people are fleeing into the next wall because there's 3 walls, and they're fleeing, but there's like not enough space, and so a lot of people are sent out. Like 20% of the population is sent out on a fool's errand to quote unquote reclaim the other wall, and they end up dying. A lot of them end up dying. So by the end of it, a lot of things happen, and Eren once again expresses his wishes to join the cadets, and his friends are going to join with him, and that's where we're left. Did I leave anything out, you guys? I
think that's pretty much all of it. I think there was a part where there was a armored Titan that it has, obviously it's armored, and they tried to shoot it, and the cannonballs bounced off his armor, and then he destroyed another wall, I think.
Yeah.
Or is it? He destroyed a wall, and a bunch of Titans got in. The first couple episodes are pretty brutal, where there's a lot of carnage and people getting chopped in half with giant smiling Titans. So
I might add on that Aaron's uncle actually tried to saved Aaron and Akasa because they were by their mother when she got eaten. I mean, I feel like it's a pretty huge part.
That is pretty huge. I didn't know that Hans was his uncle. That's pretty interesting.
I think he is.
Well, that's okay. We'll call him his uncle from now on. It'll be okay. It's just fact now. So we've done the brief overview of what we watched. Now we're going to move into our favorite moment from the last segment. What did you guys like about this particular couple of episodes? What was your favorite moment?
My favorite episode, part of the episode, was when the Colossal Titan showed up. I thought that Titan was pretty cool looking, and I don't know, I love the action sequences. There's a lot of sad moments, so I try not to get too attached to those, but yes.
Awesome. How about you, Jeremy?
I just love how the Colossal Titan just appeared out of nowhere. It's just like, boom, he's there.
And he's like 60 feet tall, towering over the walls. He's pretty impressive.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. So you guys both like when the Colossal Titan just showed up?
Yes.
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere in a flash of lightning?
Yeah.
I would say my favorite moment would have to be when at the very end of the second episode when Mikasa and Armin agreed to join with Eren. It just shows how good of friends they really all are. And I really like that. I like that they're joining through their own reasons, but they're also joining with Eren. So it'll be cool to see what happens from here. Now we're going to move on to our next segment, which is Goriest Moment. And while trying to keep it family friendly for the air, what was your favorite goriest moment from last night? I know this is hard.
Favorite goriest moment? I don't want to say... The only one I can really remember, it's been a while since I watched the first episode, sorry, was when Eren's mom got eaten. It was a pretty dramatic moment. The Titan, I vividly remember the Titan that ate her had a huge smiling face. To me, it looked like the Joker.
Like the Cheshire Cat.
Cheshire Cat. Its smile was wide open, and it was kind of freaky. So
that is crazy.
Not a lot of the other deaths were really all that dramatic as that one, and she kind of got split in half, and a bunch of blood went everywhere, and it was
I would say one of them. I thought it was more funny than anything. There was a lot of people that just stood there and like looked at him, and they just got stepped on.
Oh yeah,
that's terrible.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah, we're terrible people for laughing at that, but it's okay. Did you have anything else to add?
I just want to say that a lot of the Titans, when they run, they don't run like a normal person would. They kind of waddle really, really fast.
It's like walking chickens.
And they're kind of chubby a little bit, so it's kind of like this chubby baby with a giant smile on its face, wiggling around across the ground. It's hilarious. It's like
a penguin almost.
Almost like a penguin, except it eats people.
It looks like a human.
It eats things.
Well, Jeremy, did you have a specific gory moment you wanted to delve into?
I would just say the one where the people are just standing in there and just they're looking up at the foot and they just get stepped on. It's just kind of like, run!
What are you doing?
It's not my favorite gory moment, but like when the wall gets kicked in, they're all just like watching these rocks come at them. And some of them can't run fast enough, and so they get squished. But I would have to say the goriest moment by far would be Eren's mom. I think that Lydia's got it right on the nose here. Just like the way they end it, too. It's like such a cliffhanger. And I think the first time I watched it, I only watched episode 1 and then I had nightmares. And I'm the type of person that watches The Walking Dead and never like even blinks an eye at it. And that just creeped me out. It was a whole new level. And I think it was because of how they started the show. Like everything's normal, everything's good. Then bam. But anyway, let's move on to character highlight. In this one, we might not be super ready for, just because we haven't gotten to know the characters yet. This is only the first couple episodes, but who do you guys like so far? Who's your favorite so far in the first couple of episodes?
I really like Aaron as the main character. He's very determined. He's probably the only one keeping a level head. Him and Mikasa are keeping a level head while everyone else is screaming in terror. I'm not sure why they're not screaming in terror as well, but since they are just children at this point, but they show a lot of camaraderie and a lot of teamwork, holding each other together while the chaos is going on around them is really pretty cool.
Awesome. Jeremy, how about you?
I'll probably talk about Armin a little bit. I think he's kind of funny in the background. I mean, we don't know a lot about him yet, but he's gonna be a pretty big character coming up.
Yeah, in the first couple episodes, I kind of didn't like him all that much because he's kind of a wimp, and he stays that way for a while throughout the series. But he really does grow as a character, and it's really cool to see that.
That is very cool to see character development happen like that. Well, since you guys kind of touched on Aaron and Armin, well, you did Mikasa a little bit too, but Mikasa is like, she's one of my favorites just because she's like so protectful, I guess, if that's even a word, so protectful of Aaron, and she's very family oriented in that way. Like, I don't know if it's like, I know I'm probably giving this away, but I don't know if it's because she's in love with him, but like, I think that like tie that she has with him, no matter what it is pretty cool. Like, when you find that person and you have that connection to the point where you're so protective of them, it's really good to see loyalty like that. So I guess that would be the character that I liked the best out of these couple episodes. I had this open for discussion. Just anything you guys wanted to add about the first two episodes? Anything you wanted to throw out there?
They do a lot of foreshadowing in the first couple episodes, so watch out for that. And yeah, it is fairly violent, and it stays fairly violent throughout the show.
For sure. Jeremy, how about you?
I think what drove me nuts the most out of the first two episodes is when Aaron couldn't go down to the basement, and it's just
they foreshadow this. He asks his dad if he can go down to the basement, and his dad has this ominous key in his hand, and then he walks out the door and never comes back. And Aaron knows he needs to go to the basement of his house, but they get driven out and they never go back. And you're just sitting there like, what is in this basement? So it kind of drives you nuts, the whole series.
It does kind of. You know, on that note, I think one thing that drove me nuts the most about what was happening in these first couple episodes is all of a sudden, like, Aaron is dreaming about his dad.
Ooh.
And then he wakes up and the key's around his neck. Like, and then we never, like, spoiler alert, but we never see the dad again.
Like,
what's going on? Like, I really want to know. And it's frustrating because, like, if you haven't watched Attack on Titan, first of all, shame on you for listening to this. If you're gonna watch the show, we're really spoiling it for you right now. So I hope you're okay with that. But the frustrating thing about Attack on Titan is there's only one season right now, and season 2 is set to come out in 2016 sometime. And then, like, they've also teased. Well, they haven't really teased it, but they have a live action movie in Japan right now that will eventually come to the U.S. And they have that on their website. If you just Google it, you'll find it. But But yeah, it's so frustrating to watch this one season and have so many questions not answered, like where's Aaron's dad? Why is all this stuff happening at once? But I feel like in the second season we'll get a lot of those answered. Do you guys have anything to add before we tease the next section? Awesome.
Nope.
No,
Awesome.
not really.
All right. Well, the next section of Attack on Titan that we'll be doing is Humanity Rises Again. It's episodes 3 and 4, but in this particular little section, it's part 1 and 2. It'll once again be 2 episodes, and then when we get going a little bit, it'll be like 3 episodes each that we cover until we're done with the season. So I would like to wish you all a good night and tune in next week at 6 p.m. Hopefully we won't have any other technical difficulties because now I know what's going on. And also like us on Facebook. We've got a page. It's called The Stir Fry. If you put it into the search engine, you'll find it. And then we have a Twitter handle. It's at The Stir Fry Radio is the handle altogether. And then next time, Jeremy, Lydia, and I will discuss Humanity Rises Again in the second session of Attack on Titan. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you for your patience. We look forward to next week. It'll be lots of fun. And stay cool and keep it right here on KIGC 88.7.